Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining back to Soul Purpose Leaders. And this is one of the biggest platform that I actually presenting. And the thing about this platform is for the people to to get empowered, but also to get kind of like motivated from the people who are already doing and already working on themselves, but also working with other people. Now, I love this because I'm actually putting a spotlight to every person in this platform, whoever comes in, because they deserve it. They actually are doing amazing job, and I'm so happy and grateful to have them in our community. Now, even though they're everywhere in the world, yeah, it's part of a community. Now, today I have an amazing woman. She is one of a kind, and I would love to share her with every one of you. So her name is Monique Mannen, and she was born in can I say that correctly?
Suriname.
Suriname, and raised in Holland. She went to pursue her career as a professional dancer in New York City, where she got her start with Alvin Ailey. And she has done 100+ music videos. Wow, you have to check her out, my darlings. And commercials, including Princess Kiss. Monique had the honor to be selected as a dancer on the rise in Dance magazine. She was the first woman of color to do a global campaign for Nexxus Humectress hair product. Monique has appeared in both television and film over the years, including Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Mad About You, All of Us, Coming to America, The Five Heartbeats, Three of Hearts, to name a few, and stage productions of legends. Oh my goodness, I know these films. I need to go and look back. And the five, a few and stage productions of legends, the apartment and For Colored Girls, for which she received a NAACP Theatre Award. Monique was selected as an upcoming starlet in Ebony magazine. Wow. I'm not finished yet, guys. I'm just started.
Oh, no.
Monique Monique was featured on Good Morning Australia and Netherlands TV show, rather, for her work with legends like Will Smith and Eddie Murphy in 2016. Monique Mannen was identified as one of the most successful people in her native country, Suriname, and was featured in a book titled Suriname Beken.
Suriname Beken. That means Suriname famous.
Oh, wow. To hear that. Monique currently has a recurring role on is that EMMY Award Winning Giant?
EMMY Award Winning show Giants, yes.
Oh, wow. Now available on Bet Plus or BET Plus. She is that's the way you say it, yeah?
Yes.
I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, okay? She's also created, produced, and host her new show. Wow. Tell Me Your Story, conversations with inspiring people like the legendary Bill Duke, dancers, entertainers, and inspiring people, because everybody has a story which can be seen on Facebook and YouTube. I will share the links with you, so don't worry. Monique has become a health advocate. She shows people how to stop ODing. She's going to tell us about that, on supplements, and active their body to heal naturally and the inside out boost immunity, and to inspire people to adapt her motto to do things that makes you smile. Wow. Welcome, Monique Mannen. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure, my honor. Hi. You are
The
so
honor is
lovely,
all
Barbie.
mine.
It's absolutely my pleasure.
The honor is all mine, my darling, because you are one of a kind. Okay, you are an amazing woman, and I'm so happy for you to be here. Now, my goodness, you've done a lot. Look at you. You must be sparkling everywhere. What's the journey that you've been through in your life? Wow. Congratulations. Really. I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud to have you here. I really am.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. And so is it always been your dream to be a dancer?
Since 6 years old.
Wow. That's
Since 6 years old, I knew it. I knew it. This was my heart. This was my heartbeat. You know, they have this saying, dancer for life. Boom.
amazing. Now, also, so you've started out as a dancer, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's my heartbeat. You know, everybody has a heartbeat, a bass. That's my bass. And I remember I won 2 dance contests in the Netherlands because I was raised in the Netherlands. And the second one was a prize, a trip to New York. And that's how I wound up in New York. And I was a teenager. My dance teacher was our chaperone. And that's when first time I saw Alvin Ailey perform. I saw Broadway shows like the show Dancing, Dream Girls. And I was like, this is it. This is heaven. This is dance heaven. I have to be here. And and I told my mom, I said, I have to go back. I must be there. Mom, I must. And she was like, you underage. So I went by myself as a teenager. And yes, I did. That's how much I wanted it so much. And I was fearless. And you have to understand, when I did that, New York wasn't cleaned up. New York was not what it is now. And I went by myself, but because I had such a tunnel vision, I didn't even see the nonsense and the craziness around me because it was just like this, just tunnel vision on my vision. And angels and God watching over me.
Well, you are in a city of angels, so what can we ask for, eh?
Yes, because I wind up at Vanderbilt YMCA and the manager, and I'm so upset with myself that I can't remember her name because I sure would love to just give this huge hug and shout out to her because this woman took me under her wing. She gave me a job at the Vanderbilt YMCA and she watched over me like I was her daughter. Really.
That's so sweet. That's really amazing. When you remember her name, we can put it down. So don't worry.
I'm going to try to figure it out. But the thing is, like, back to, that you got to pay it forward. Look what she did for me. You know what I mean? So always pay it forward because we all have had someone that did that for them. Like this lovely lady. I think it was Miss Sloan, but I'm going to find out. She was from the islands. She was a lady from the islands. Just a lovely lady. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. Now, oh my goodness, the way you actually describe the tunnel vision, I want to talk about that a bit before we can go anywhere else. Now, because of your goal, because of your passion, the tunnel vision for you, can you share with us the way you were so focused in that time of your life?
Okay. So I knew so much. My mom is an intellectual, right? My mom is knighted by the Queen. She is really an amazing woman. And as a mom, we want our kids to follow in our footsteps. So my mom wanted me to follow an educational journey as well. But she also encouraged us to speak our mind. So I said to her, Mom, if I pursue what you want me to pursue, that is a degree that's going to be on your wall that you want, but it's not what I want. So I'm going to pursue my dream because as a dancer, you have a short-lived life, right? It's not go do 10 years, what you need to do, and then go do that. No, it doesn't work that way. So that's how I was so focused that I did the homework. I knew that I had to do it. It's just, keep your eyes on the prize. And I kept my eyes on the prize. As a matter of fact, I went there to get a scholarship so I won't have to pay for my classes because come on. I wind up getting scholarship with Alvin Ailey, with Martha Graham and Joffrey Ballet. So it's just keep your eyes on the prize and go after your dream. I went to Alvin Ailey and I said to them, I want to dance with you. And they were like, do we want you? And I'm like, yeah.
How old are you at this age?
I was 16 and a half.
Wow.
And guess what? I changed my age to make myself older. So there
No.
was no questions about you have to have your parents' permission. Let me see the signature. Let me see the letter. And, you know, at that time, it was so easy to do that. And
They didn't ask you for your driving license, would they?
nope, didn't have one. Didn't have one. So I was like, oh, I don't drive. I'm sorry. No. But, you know, at that time, when you go to New York, this was in 1980. You go
Mm.
to New York, I went, got my social security card. And then when you fill it in, I just put the birth date that I
Oh,
wanted them to
okay.
have. That's how I did it. So when
I
they asked for my
see.
social security card, I'm like, here you go.
But how have you ever asked your mother how she felt at that time when you packed and gone to New York because you're following your dreams? How did she react, or how did she, you know?
She was freaking out a little bit. And as a matter of fact, she tried to scare me for not staying. And she said to me, said, Monique, you're underage. I'm not supporting you. She thought that would do it. And I was like,
Oh,
fine, mom, I'm get a job. Fine, I'll get a job. And then she had another dancer's mom that
mm,
had gone and did not get scholarship. And at the first time, in all honesty, the first time I did not get in because they only took in one person. So I auditioned and they told me, go get some ballet lessons and come back. And
yeah.
I didn't have money for ballet lessons. So I got a scholarship at a tap dance school. What was amazing because what's her name? Oh God, the Liza Minnelli used to rehearse there. All these celebrities that tap dancer like Gregory Hines, they would all rehearse there. It was amazing. It was an amazing 3 months. I only did it for 3 months because the following time in January they had auditions again. But
Oh,
meanwhile, and then I got in. But meanwhile, the mom of this young lady called my mom. I don't know why Monique is staying there. There's so many dancers there. She didn't get in. Why is she wasting her time? She's just going to get her heart broken. She's just going to get stomped on because there's so many dancers. The competition is too large. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. The negative talk that people like to stomp on your dream.
exactly. Yeah. But
Right.
it didn't make you stop.
And I didn't listen to it.
No, no.
Nope. Nope. And I went back 3 months later. And you know what they said to me? He said, oh, we can see that you took ballet classes. And I was laughing inside. I'm like, I took tap classes. but they only took one girl in, and that girl had auditioned like 4 or 5 times. So, first time I auditioned for them, but the second time around, I'm like, no. And by the way, I wind up auditioning for the third company of Alvin Ailey, and I got that, but I didn't get the scholarship.
I love that. That's really amazing.
I'm sorry, somebody's calling me. I'm gonna have to message her. Sorry about
It's all
that.
right. It's all right.
Okay, here I am. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
It's okay. That's really amazing. And I love that because what we're doing is that, what I'm doing is that I want to share for people that whoever has a dream, not to just let it quit. You know what I mean? Not just like if there is a little bit of a challenge for them to just quit. No, but for you, what I seen by just sharing a little bit of yourself, that I was like, okay, this is the right person to ask these questions. Now, because you are at that age, you're so young, but you already know this is exactly what I want or where I want to be. And this is what I want to do. Now, you didn't give it up. You actually went for it and you got in. Now, share with us the next stage of actually taking from your class, from your dancing to actually acting. Tell us of that transition.
Okay. So, but that transition started with dancing as well. It's a frame of mind, right? So I'm at the scholarship and I see all the dances and I see, okay, who is the best one in the class? And I said, her. I have to get better than her, because if I don't get better than her, she's going to get the job.
Yeah.
And it took me 1 year to pass her up. So it was a gradual transition. I started doing dance work, and I love concert dancing with a dance company. But I was working with one dancer that had done 20 years of her life, had given to the dance community, and she couldn't pay her bills. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. What do you mean? You've given 20 years and you've done Broadway, you've done this, you've done that. What happened? And that's when I realized it's like that all dancers, and that's when my show got started, because I really started it for a platform for dancers to give them the spotlight, but also, to teach them, like, you can do the dancing, yes, but meanwhile, you have to have a plan B in your pocket. What is your plan B, right? And so I didn't even know it, that at that moment, I made the decision, I am not doing concert dancing. I'm going to do film, TV, commercials. And that's what I started doing. And then I did a movie called Chorus Line. And that movie, half the cast was from Los Angeles. And they were like, you need to go to LA because, LA is more film, TV, right? So I did. And so gradually it was the best decision actually moving to LA, because that's where I became the 1% working, because I was working nonstop. And I also, the entrepreneur part, I was dancing, acting, modeling. So if I didn't have an acting job, I had a modeling job. If I didn't have a modeling job, I had an acting or dance job, whatever, vice versa, right? You have to have multiple streams of income. And I didn't even know that I was being an entrepreneur then. But anyway, so gradually I got an acting job, and I got an acting job. Basically, I never had an acting class in my life. And they gave me a trailer, and in my trailer on my door, it said Monique Mannen. And then the assistant would knock on the door. Hi, Miss Mannen, would you like some tea? Can I get you anything? And then right before that, I had done a dance job. And they put us in a big area. It was a film with Robert Downey Jr., with his dad was directing, and big, huge movie. But guess what? How they talk to us. Can we have the dancers, please? Dancers. No name, no individual, And then I was like, ooh, dancers. Monique Mannen. Ooh, I like Monique Mannen better. So that's when I did a transition to pursuing acting more, because I really didn't like the way dancers got treated at that time. It has changed because of shows like So You Think You Can Dance, to all those dance competition shows that have brought respect to them, brought recognition to them, then that now dancers are considered athletes, which they are.
Yeah, it's true, because that is body physique that they're actually physically being maneuvered, and you know what I mean. It's you cannot just for any amateur can just do what they do, if you can understand it.
That's right.
As a professional dancer, it takes a lot, and also risk. You know what I mean? Because if they get injured, they cannot dance. And that is another thing as well. So I get that. I really do understand that. And they need to have their own, in a way that respect is totally has to be given. Now, tell us, because this is where the bigger picture comes in now.
Okay.
What you've done in your life, and I can see that it's actually starting to grow, was that you are like an opportunist. You see something, you grab it, and you grab it with both hands. You don't let go until I'm done with it. Then you just go and look for something else. And I love that, because in the modern society that we're living in right now, look at what's happening out there. There's no jobs. Okay, people are having difficulties to keep their jobs. And what is happening is that we have to be able to open our mind to actually learn something different. What you've done, even though in those times, it wasn't such a big thing. But now, if we have that same mentality, oh my goodness, how many people will grow? So tell us,
right.
a bit more of your journey in a way that, because you started out as dancer, you went into acting, you went into modeling, you had actually, like you said, you're just like, I'm actually an entrepreneur. Yes, you are. But then what else came on to your life for you to understand, like, wow, I'm doing it. I'm actually in this for a lifetime.
Right. So it like you said, it's a journey, right? You go to self-development, you go to personal growth while you're going through it, right? You make mistake. I've made mistake. We all have, right?
Yes.
So I was fortunate enough to meet Bill Duke, who became my mentor. And he's one of them that he said to me, he said, Monique, just don't be an actor. Just don't be a dancer. So I started producing. So that's when I started producing plays. I produced a short film that was in the film festival. And then right after that, I got sick. And here back to finding another way, but it took them 3 years to find a solution, right? I went from hot to not in Hollywood just like that. It didn't matter all the credits, it didn't matter all the work that I've done, didn't matter to my agency that I've made them a lot of money. My agency even dropped me. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And so because 3 years out of Hollywood, I became a dinosaur. So it was like, Monique, who? That's just the way it is. So I was introduced to a natural new science. That's the one that finally, because I had out of control eczema. I had rashes and hives all over me. And, this is my calling card. You cannot have that in the business that I do. And because it took 3 years for me to find that healthy solution, and because what it did for me, I start sharing it. I used to have Tuesday with Science at my house every Tuesday with Dr. Jumper to show people like, look, this is what it is for me. Maybe we'll do that for you. And they kept saying to me, Monique, why don't you do the business? Why don't you do the business? But guess what? As an entertainer, as a person being in front of the camera, I was like, no, I'm not doing that business. Oh, no, 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 no. I fought them. I've been taking this product since 2012.
Wow.
I said no to them to do the business for 5 years, even though I was doing the business because I was sharing it with people. But I had to get over the fact. That's why I keep saying I was an entrepreneur and I didn't even know the entrepreneur. But for some reason, when it became business, that's when I was like, oh no, I don't want people to think I'm trying to sell them. And all that nonsense, all that garbage that we put in our head, worrying about people, what people think. But if you know that this really could benefit somebody, this really can change somebody's life like it did for me, get over yourself. So I had to get over myself. And that part took a long time. That part was even harder than all the dance training that I've taken, because we do so much damage to ourselves between the ear. My goodness. My goodness, I did a number on myself. So it took me a minute to get over that and really embrace this business. And I was doing it. Then I started doing it part-time because I really wanted to help people as many as possible. And then when the pandemic happened, I remember sitting down. I was like, holy cow. As an actor, as a dancer, we get residual income, right? We get residual. So we shoot the movie or we shoot the commercial. Every time they air it, they have to pay us because we're in the union, right? Yeah. And so I know residual income. I love residual income because it also helps you in between jobs. Because if you don't have a job, the residual check will get you through the next job as well. So that was my fourth stream of income. It was just residual checks. And so I was sitting and I was like, holy cow. I built this business part-time, and I have a real substantial business that residually I get this every month. Like I have $4 million in the bank residually. I said, and I did this part-time. And that's when I really was like, wow, I'm a global business owner. you know what I mean? And it's real, and it's real, and it's real. And it's like, and so it's like, my advice to people, find your passion, find something that you're excited about, find something that makes you smile, because after my rug got pulled from me, right? Yeah. Not working, people not wanting, my agent dropping me, I had to work on, finding my strength again, finding my, finding Monique again, the one that is fearless, and it's like, find what makes you smile, and then unapologetically do it.
Yeah. That's so true. And that is the biggest message to them all. Because if we take our biggest critic, and that is ourselves, and actually tame the beast inside of us that says no and say yes, and actually look up and acknowledge yourself and say, I appreciate you, but guess what? We're going to do this and we're going to be great at it. And you are. Look at you. You've been doing it for your life before, but because you didn't realize it until the time came and you're like, oh, I can do this with my eyes closed, and actually I can achieve this without even wanting, you know what I mean? Because you have it in you.
Yeah.
Every person in this life that we're living in, we're always selling. We're selling either the things we wear, to the things we eat, to the things that we've seen. Okay, we always sell. So when we actually wanting to have our own business, that is where the panic comes. My business, having a business, that's the scary monster comes out and it just like swallows the person away. Now, tell us a bit of what techniques did you use, or what regime, or what is that you actually face your inner demon or your own, self to say, no, this is not scary. We can actually do it. So what is that you did for yourself?
I became a student of the industry, because you have to know what you're doing, and so you have to understand the business model. You have to become a student of the industry, and that made me realize, it's like, wow, I've been very ignorant about business models, and about people owning their business, and or that people were selling, or whatever that that comes in people's mind. I just really worked on feeling whole again. Just worked on me, just worked on, and that's what I kept saying, do things that make you smile. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I mean that with everything. I mean that with people, surroundings, food, whatever. Because if you're in the presence of somebody that just wants to keep tearing you down, that's not the person you want to keep around.
No.
Let them go with love.
Mm-hmm.
Let them go with love.
Exactly.
And because it's like, it doesn't serve you. Don't let go of things that don't serve you. And I'm not talking about be a selfish person. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just if somebody doesn't bring value to you, if somebody doesn't enrich your life, and especially the people that you constantly giving to them, and it's not reciprocated, and it's, you just keep getting negativity from them, let them go with love. Let them go with love, and it applies with anything in life.
I love that, because sometimes the people that surrounding us does affect us, but also ourselves, the way we speak to ourselves, the way we acknowledge ourselves. Sometimes we can actually be negative to ourselves. We can look at something that is a good thing for us, but we look at it in a negative way and we think, nah, it's not going to happen. But actually, if you give it a chance, it does happen. So that it's true. What you said, it is true. And the way I love about you said it is that with love, the more you give that love to yourself, and the more you show yourself love, oh my goodness, the doors will happen in a way. Because if we go back to you, for 3 years, you've been gone because of what you're going through, and nobody was interested in Monique, and you actually finding a cure for yourself, but also changing yourself. It was kind of like shedding a skin of before and what is happening right now. Now, after you came out and you are sharing this product that you've been using, and actually look at you now, you know, how did that feel?
Oh, you know what? It doesn't stop. Every time when I get a text, when I get a phone call, when I get a message. As a matter of fact, the interruption was a lady that is dealing with all kinds of inflammation in her body, and she's getting great results. So that's my passion and purpose now, as a matter of fact. And just so that you know, that TV show that I'm doing, it was created because the guy that wrote it and created it, the producer, he called me and said to me, I wrote this for you to play my mom. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it, because my passion and purpose is not in Hollywood anymore. My passion and purpose is to heal, to help people heal, and for them to become their own health advocate, to know what they're putting in their body. Know, don't just treat their doctors like they're God, and become their own health advocate. But back to what I got your question. I'm going back to that. I literally the rug was pulled from underneath me when that happened. I remember I was doing the laundry and I threw the laundry down. I'm like, when did I turn into the unpaid maid? When did this happen? When did this happen? And I was angry. I was resentful. I became even resentful to my kids. I'm sorry, but I did. I'm being honest. I became resentful for everything because I was angry, because I didn't understand what was happening. And I wind up going to a silent retreat because I didn't like the person I was becoming. Just angry, And for 3 days, it was silence. It was amazing, because that's when I realized how much stock we put in someone else's opinion. Because even when you say to somebody, when you see them, good morning, is you taking care of their feelings, right? We always do that. It's natural. Yeah. And I'm a caretaker by nature anyway. So I'm, always giving, and then eventually, and not taking care of me, and not taking care of my needs, not taking care of what's important to me. Yeah. And that's when I realized, because there was a service, because it's a self-realization fellowship, but any religion can go there, right? It's every religion. So you could pick sermons to listen to watch from any religion. So I picked one because the picture reminded me of the Dutch Queen. That's the only reason why I picked that one, but that's the one I was supposed to listen to. And that one was, we do so much damage between our ears. I made a decision that my life was horrible, that my kids were getting on my nerves. Everything was just, it's a prime example that, it's a choice. It's a decision that you can make. You can make a decision that something is negative, or you can make a decision that something is positive. And the service was about that. It's, you can make a decision and make a choice what to do. And just like that, I got it. I was like, oh my goodness, there are people on their knees praying to have that laundry in their house, and have that laundry machine in their house, and have that house, and have the kids, and have the husband. And I'm complaining about that. So boom, I snapped out of it just like that. So it's like the power between the ears is so powerful. And you just have to make a decision that I'm going to go look at things positive now. What is the positive side of it? Because we all have negative and positive and everything, right? When you look at it, but start looking at it positive. And I've always been like that. I've always been a positive Nelly, but I became a negative Nelly and started seeing everything negative.
Yeah. But that is part of growth. Okay, because you, like you just said there, I've always been that positive. I've always done good things for myself. But then there is a time that things will look dull, things will look ugly, things will look like, oh my goodness, it's suffocating. And it's okay, because what you actually gone through is a reminder that you have a choice. And I love that, because every human being, and this is the beauty about this platform that I'm doing, because you never know what will come out. So I just love that, because end of the day, we all have a choice. We all make a choice every single day when we wake up in the morning. We can be more positive or we can be more negative. And it's up to us individually. No one can make you. You can make that happen. And I love that. So thank you for actually going deeper into your story and share these moments with us. We appreciate you. So thank you, Monique. Thank you so much. Now, tell us your business. What is the growth from the way you started to where you are right now?
Whoa, the growth, my goodness, because I believed in it from day one, right? As a matter of fact, my husband saw it within 2 weeks. He saw the difference, what it did for me, the results. He saw it in 2 weeks. He said, whoa, give me some of that, right? And then I was sharing it with people, but I would share it with people. I would invite them to my home with Dr. Jumper, the Tuesday Science. And because I really was so passionate about it, right? As a matter of fact, I became an investor in the company before I believed in the business model.
No way.
Yes, way.
How come?
But I believe wholeheartedly because this is a whole new science. We have, eat healthy, take vitamins, but because our body's being attacked by 300 trillion free radical damage. Free radical damage is caused by the food we eat, the air we breathe, cell phone in my face, in your face, microwaves, pesticides, stress, even stress causes it as well. And so healthy eating or vitamins is not enough to combat that.
No.
So this is a new science that activates your body to make antioxidant, to reduce that attack by 40% in 30 days. And that is an FDA approved claim. It has over like 32 studies published proving on an all natural, because people fight natural.
Yeah.
They go like, oh, it's natural. How can it do that? You can trust me. I get the negative Nilly my way, and I get it. But because, like I said before, because I became a student of the industry, I became a student of what this really does. And when you understand how brilliant this is, it's all natural, and it activates your body to make 1 million antioxidants every second. Because the root cause of that free radical damage, that attack on the body, is the root cause of almost all health conditions. So it's a good thing to reduce that out of your body, and healthy eating, vitamins won't do it, because it's going to take you 375 oranges or vitamin C pills. What one of these pills does, it's a no-brainer, right? So for me, the whole journey of that, embracing the business, was also the evidence. People coming back with, oh my goodness, my blood work, look at the reduction. Oh, look, I was able to reduce my steroids from 60 milligrams to 20 milligrams. That evidence. And then I'm getting doctors coming on board and their excitement. So I joke with my mom, and I said to my mom, I said, Mommy, aren't you proud of me? I'm going to poor man's medical school now. I'm hanging out with all these doctors now.
Just like her dreams. Well, at least you proved her right, okay, for dreaming for you, wishing all these dreams for you. And that's amazing. And what you're doing is actually remarkable, because you went through it yourself. You saw that effect, and you actually took in and started sharing with other people. And like you said, because people still get in touch with you and say, yes, it's working for me. It is good for me. I need this. And that is where the passion comes in, the purpose of it, of life. And that is beautiful. Thank you so much, Monique, really. But I want also to make it in a way that I want people, when they hear this video, watching this video, to actually want to involve by getting in touch with you, because that's why I don't want to say the name, because I want them to come and find you and for them to get that information from you. Now, tell us, where can people find you? Where do you?
Yes. And then also, absolutely, I will give you a 30 minutes free session, to really show you the options and how you can, and it doesn't have to, even after the 30 minutes and you decide, I don't want to do that way, absolutely fine. But you will walk away at least with some control of, and some idea how you can better have quality of life, because, that's what it's all about. People don't have to accept the pains and the aches. I had a friend of mine that said, oh, that's part of growing old. No, you don't have to accept that. Age is just nothing but a number. Age is nothing but a number. You don't have to accept that. We deserve to have quality of life. We don't, and then also another thing is, like, for 3 years, I tried the regular route. Try this, try that, try this, try that. And wanted to try, I wind up in the hospital because I had a severe allergic reaction, and they put me in steroids in the drip system, send me home with a 10-day pill supply of steroids and steroid cream. I gained 2 sizes. So forgive me. No, thank you. I want to do it naturally. Good. Thank you. And I'm not saying that medicine, say no to medicine, because some medicine you have to. You got to take, I'm not saying that, but become your own health advocate. Know what you put in your body, because I didn't ask the questions for 3 years. I just kept saying, okay, I'll try it. Okay, I'll try it. I didn't ask the question, what are the side effects? That know what you're putting in your body. That's all.
Yes, it is. It's the most important thing. Now, tell us, where do you hide in social media?
Monique Mannen on LinkedIn, Monique Mannen on Facebook, Monique_Mannen on Instagram. So it's very easy. And then I'm MoniqueMannen.com. You can find me there as well.
Amazing. And I will share these links as well on the biography, on the link, on the page itself. And if someone out there is looking to get inspired or is waiting for your message, what would you tell them?
It's so simple, guys. Only do things that make you smile. Seriously, it's so simple, but it's so powerful, because it's so powerful because it's also getting a sense of control back in your life. You know what I mean? Because it's like you're not accepting someone behaving badly in front of your face, and then you're just going to accept it. No, you remove yourself from that person, or you can let them know, I'm sorry, I don't appreciate the way you're talking to me. And if you cannot talk any other way than that, then I'm sorry, then I'm going to leave. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, that does not feel good. That doesn't make me smile. It sounds really silly. Do things that make you smile, but it really boils down to it. If something doesn't feel right, it's not going to make you smile. So don't do it. Don't accept it. Do not accept it. You deserve it. You are worthy. You deserve more than that. You deserve the respect. You deserve someone to come correctly to you. We all deserve that at a minimum, right?
Yes, we do. And I love that, because it is true. Making yourself smile, or looking where you are at every time and actually check in and ask yourself, am I happy? Is it this where I am? Does it make me happy? Does it make me smile? And if it's not, yes, excuse yourself or say it. Because some people, they don't know until you say it. So it's okay. It's okay for you to say that. And I love that. Thank you, Monique. You're such an amazing.
But say it with love. Always say it with love.
Yes.
Because people can get on the defenses. If you go like, I didn't like the way you talk to me, people can get on the defense. Say it with love. And then, they always say from what you said, make me feel. So it's about you, not about them. And because people come back, I've had that happen. They will come back, but I didn't say it like that. I said, but it made me feel like that. Exactly. My feeling.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, because your opinion or your feelings does matter. So you actually saying it in a way that it's you that you have a problem with, because it's making you feel really not good, then you have to be voicing that, that feeling, and that's okay. that Monique was saying it, okay? Say it with love, because it's nothing to do with fight or confrontation. It's just really being realistically on authenticity. That's it. That's all it is. Monique,
Right.
would you
Yes,
be
dear.
willing to join us again in this platform in the near future?
Absolutely, anytime. You are so lovely. Bark, you're absolutely lovely. So absolutely anytime.
Oh, I love you. Okay. You're a one of a kind and I adore you. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
today.
Likewise. My pleasure.
You're
Do things
welcome.
that make you smile, everybody. Seriously. Also with food.
Amazing. Yes, especially with everything that is around us, but also inside of us. So thank you. And I cannot wait for the next guest because it's going to be amazing. And for everybody else, get in touch with Monique. She's here. She's waiting for you. And if you have any question, yes, she would love to answer all your questions. So thank you. And I shall speak to you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.